Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again in this YouTube astrological segment. I'm going to be talking about people that have a Cancer Sun and Aries Moon in their natal chart. Now, I'm going to elaborate and expound on that. What I'm talking about is people that have that Sun-Moon combination in their chart, a Cancer Sun and Aries Moon. Now, the basic character, which is the Sun being in Cancer, in this case, could be very tenacious, sympathetic, caring, devoted, protective, and security conscious. Now, the unconscious side, which is the Moon being in Aries, it could be very assertive, aggressive, combative, acrimonious, outspoken, and courageous. And this is a very, as most Sun-Moon combinations go, it's a very strong disparity, between each other. You have a more conscious side, the Cancer Sun is a more timid and passive, and will often avoid things they can't fight. The Sun in Cancer, the Sun is our basic fundamental character, and the Sun in Cancer can put things off and have a tendency to procrastinate and hesitate on matters. What's interesting, you have the unconscious side, which is in this case the Moon being in Aries, can be one that doesn't really hesitate or procrastinate much. So you have very strong conflict in the energy, and especially I'd say if you have this in a square aspect. There could be a conflict, with a very strong conflict with this energy of the Sun and the Moon on a conscious end. You may want to do things one way, and then you have with the Moon, being completely different. Now this another way this combination could manifest. It could be, you may bring that caring, dedicated, Cancerian qualities in something Aries related, such as firefighting, um, doing something with the military, could be arson investigation, law enforcement, combat sports as some examples. This could be somebody that could be a very strong family defender, I would say, because the Cancer Sun, um, what they want, is to do things pertaining to the home and family. And Aries Moon, on an unconscious level, they may need to fight to stand up for those, for others in general. And this is a person that could likely, stand up, for their family members very easily, I would say, and be a very strong family defender. And also, too, another way, another thing about Cancer Sun. Um, Cancer Sun, the Sun astrology is about what we want. And Cancer Sun wants a home, family, safety, and security. And the Moon is about our needs. It's about our emotional needs. The Sun is the want, what we want, our basic wants, and the Moon is about what we need, our emotional needs. And the Aries Moon needs to lead, be pioneering, um, even combat, handle emergencies, and just general activity. The true self, which is the Sun in Cancer, is one that can be very nurturing, emotional, temperamental, sensitive. And the Moon is the inner self. So in this case, the inner self being an Aries can be more energetic, active, adventurous. And you have, the Sun is about our drive and motivation. So this person may be driven and motivated, which is the Sun, to do things that one is comfortable with, which is Cancer. Cancer often wants to do things that they are comfortable with, at home with. I would know something about this. Having a stellium in Cancer, I have my Sun, Mercury, and Mars in Cancer. And also, too, the fact that the moon is in Aries, this could be a person that does those things I just described. What drives and motivates Cancer, doing things that they're comfortable with in general, and it may be done so in a very hurried Aries manner, in an impatient manner. Now, again, going back to, let's say if this is a square aspect, let's say, for example, the square aspect is 90 degrees. I use a 10-degree orb if there is at least one personal planet involved. In this case, you have two personal planets involved. Let's say, for example, if the Cancer Sun is at 3 degrees and the Aries Moon is at 6 degrees, that would form a square aspect. The energy could be more adversarial. It could be, it could bring out the negative qualities and characteristics of the Cancer Sun and Aries Moon. It could bring out very over emotional Cancer Sun energy and very acrimonious responses. It could make a person a little bit more defensive. The Cancer Sun defensiveness may come out more frequently, and it may wind up being very angry, acrimonious answers and responses and reactions. The Sun in astrology is about is connected with our actions, whereas the Moon is about our reactions and responses. And naturally, you have a strong disparity between the actions in this case and the reactions. Cancer Sun is more fundamentally cautious, and the actions are going to be done with more care and sensitivity. But when you have an Aries Moon, the Aries Moon can respond very abruptly in a very outspoken manner, and very quickly as well, a very impatient manner. So you have a very strong disparity between the actions of the Cancer Sun and the reactions or responses of the Aries Moon. And the thing about this too, if you do have this in a square aspect, in some cases it may manifest in the divorce or separation of the biological father and mother. The Sun reflects the biological father. The Moon represents the mother. The father biological father may be a Cancer Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or embody those characteristics, and the mother may be an Aries Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or embody those traits. It's about our the Sun and the Moon can reflect our perception of those parents. I have my Moon in Gemini, and my mom wasn't a Gemini Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, but I may have perceived her as a Gemini type personality because I may have seen her as someone that was very loquacious, mercurial, fickle, vacillating, very, just you could say as well, maybe adaptable as well. And the thing about this is now, having an Aries Moon, the person may perceive, their mother, somebody that's somewhat acerbic, combative, aggressive, and assertive. Having a Cancer Sun, this person may perceive the biological father as someone very nurturing, sympathetic, empathetic, caring, devoted, tenacious. And the Sun also reflects children as well. So this person, may have, a child that's a Cancer Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or embody, those traits or characteristics. It might be a child that's really, temperamental, sympathetic, emotional, sensitive, as some examples. But again, you do have a very strong disparity in this energy of the Cancer Sun and Aries Moon. And having an Aries Moon, it could be a person that's not going to be as typically as sensitive as the typical Cancer sun, because Aries can be downright unsympathetic and the Cancer sun can be very sympathetic and nurturing. So you do have a very strong conflict of this energy between the Cancer sun and the Aries moon. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Learnard saying stay well.